We wanted to see to it that Maddie had the best possible education in the world, and to us it made sense that we would do that in a homeschool scenario. And I have had no regrets about that at all. I'm a big champion of homeschooling. To really understand the whole story, it'd be necessary to go back when I was surprised with an announcement that I was going to be subject to a so-called no-fault divorce. The story, I think, really became of interest to THSC when the grandparents intervened, as you know, unfortunately my ex-wife and Maddie's mother was dying, intervened in the case and asked the court somehow or another to essentially make them co-parents. The grandparents got a judge in Tarrant County that instructed police officers in Idaho to come to our house and remove my daughter. So we'd come home from church and we'd finish lunch, and the space underneath the bunk bed sheet kind of turned into a clubhouse, as she put it. She told me that she was going to be playing Pokemon, and you know, she said, "Say goodbye to me, Daddy." The knock came at the door, and there were 3 armed men, police officers. We packed a bag for her, and she was a very brave 10-year-old girl. I didn't learn until later that, you know, Maddie cried pretty hard when she was taken to her grandparents. She was very brave about not doing that at home. Meantime, the door closed behind the police, and I felt like kind of Jello poured out on the stairwell. I realized what I was going to have to do was whatever I had to do. So about an hour later, I was on the road and drove the 1,100 miles to Tarrant County. So that was that's a scene I hope I never have to think through again. I then opposed my nominal opponents, who are the grandparents, and in my view, our real opponents, which is the family law interest that is kind of dug into this in court for 2 years, and then, God be praised, Texas Homeschool Coalition kind of came riding in as I was about out of bullets, and hired a couple of attorneys who performed heroically, and the net result was Maddie was returned to me as a result of an 11-to-1 jury verdict. The problem isn't that people are behaving like people do. The problem is that they can use the courts for a purpose that we the people did not set the courts up to be used for. It's really easy to invade one home at a time. By protecting your fundamental rights, I'm protecting mine. Praise God, THSC gets it. You know, my case is simply a rather dramatic example of a larger general problem, and the larger general problem is way too activist judiciary, way too activist government in general. And thank God THSC has got its mind, right on this subject. And I personally am incredibly grateful for what it has done for me and my family.